The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Hey, what is up, YouTube fam? It's Dupree, aka Darth Hater here with my review of Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, this movie just came out. I just watched it. I was pleasantly surprised. I was pretty surprised. Honestly, like, it's Godzilla vs. Kong. It's mostly a Godzilla movie, so you would think that Godzilla would be in this more. He really wasn't. It was like mostly a Kong kind of story. It had a very different tone from the last few movies. I would say this is more akin to Kong Skull Island. Came out a few years ago with Samuel Jackson and Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson. That movie was good, but it was a little bit more campy, a little cheesy. This was kind of on par with that. But when things got really serious, like things really got serious, it stepped up to the plate. It definitely stepped to the plate. I will say that this movie is kind of convoluted and problematic, but then again, like, no movie is perfect. This movie, I feel like you would have to watch maybe once or probably twice to get the full scope of what was happening, because there's like a subplot that they established in the first Godzilla movie, and then especially Kong Skull Island, and then again in King of the Monsters, which was way more fleshed out in this. It changed the whole tone of the movie for me. It went from, okay, this is like a cool monster movie, you know, with a realistic take, to like, whoa, it's very that was kind of trippy, little weird. They went there with this movie. Definitely went there with this movie. I would say honestly, this movie is very predictable when it comes to you know, both of them fighting. It's kind of not really a big spoiler or anything. If you saw the trailer, they basically gave it away. Had Kong kind of like beat up on like Godzilla at first when they first meet up, and then when they finally meet up, you get the point. Like I said, it's also very predictable, as in they both fight, and then there's a third fight at the very end of the movie, which kind of took me for surprise. But if you've seen the Funko Pops and stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Not really a spoiler, because it's been like out there. They've been talking about it's in whatever. Mechagodzilla comes into play. When he came in, and then they were also dealing with the company that built it. It was like it went from Godzilla, King of the Monsters, like Titans, to like Kaiju and Pacific Rim. It went really Pacific Rim. So that's why I was just a little confused with this, because I thought they were going to take, like, you know, more of a realistic shape, but like it just basically looked like a Zord from Power Rangers. It doesn't look like the Dragon Zord, honestly. And you already know Godzilla and King Kong have to team up. But, you know, all that aside, like, it was a cool movie. I definitely would recommend watching this on the biggest TV you have, if you guys have access to a big TV or surround sound or whatever. I would have loved to see this in the theater. I know a lot of theaters are like slowly opening back, but this is like that kind of movie that you have to see in pure IMAX. I like nothing less than IMAX or giant TV. So to get the full spectrum of what this movie is, I would say watch the other movies before watching this, because that one subplot that I'm alluding to, it doesn't make sense if you're just watching the movie for the first time. You'd have to watch the other ones, or you probably can watch Kong Skull Island and then the other Godzilla movie, the second one, and then it'll be up to speed. But when you are, it's going to be like, wait, what? They're doing what? With what? They're going where? Yeah, so they basically had some of the same characters back from King of the Monsters, Millie Bobby Brown, her dad. It's funny because he was actually in Peter Jackson's King Kong movie. That one New Zealander kid from Deadpool. This kid. Who else? They have what's his name? Paperboy from Atlanta, from that show Atlanta. I forgot his name. I'm just gonna call him Paperboy. They made him eccentric, and when I say eccentric, like extremely eccentric. It's like a cartoon character. You know, it's funny how like people reacted to him too. They just like stared at him like, is this guy real? So it was a very interesting role for him. I have never seen him in a role like that. Usually he plays like these hard nosed, like kind of gangster type or whatever. This is completely different. Oh, and the main part of the movie, Kong and the little girl. Kong and the little girl was actually really cool. That kid came off as cheesy. There's something that they built up with that because she's the Iwi from Kong Skull. If you know about that tribe, the people called the Iwi, she's at the people who don't speak. That was very cool what they did between Kong and that little girl and her mother, adoptive mother. I don't know. Probably have to see this movie again to see. You're gonna go into this movie, you know, this movie is what it is. Like if you're expecting anything more, really, no, I would give this movie a 6.5. 6.5. This was decent. It's kind of like one of those dumb actiony movies that you can just, you know, turn your brain off sometimes, especially at the end where it really goes down. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. But anyway, let me know if you guys have seen it, what you guys think. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you could be so kind as to hit that bell to get notifications for all my latest posts. And thank you guys for watching us. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till next time, take care. Bye.